Today I'm making my fancy charm for the February Finish It Junk Journal Challenge. Element, fancy charm. Stay tuned.
Hi everybody, it's Julie and welcome to the Messy Desk. I am going to be making my fancy charm. I'm going to do something a little different. I should have brought the necklace in here, but I had made my mom a necklace in a Bible study class several years ago, and we made this bead, and so I thought I would go ahead and start with that. So I'm just going to use my this wreath wire here. Right now I can't think of the name for it, so I'm going to call it wreath wire. And I've made 3 circles, and then I'm going to come back on myself, and I've got a piece there, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut about 4 or 5 inches down, and that will give me my wire. And so then I'm just going to use some of the fabric that we have been using, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this, and I want it to end on the peach colors, I think, this time. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I am going to fray it. Okay. So I'm fraying the 3 sides. The top, this is going to be the top or the bottom. This will be the other top or bottom. And this is going to be my end piece. Okay, so I'm going to take my fabric tack, and I'm just going to go ahead and put some pieces out. So at the end of the video, I will add in a place where I'll show you the necklace that I had made my mom. And so there we go. Okay, and a bracelet, if I can find it, the bracelet that I made for myself. Okay, so we had arts and crafts classes along with this Bible study, and it was amazing. And so this is one of the things that we made. And I'll go ahead and just roll this along. Okay, and I did cut it in a rectangle. I did not do like a triangle like I do with the bead or the paper beads. Okay, now I'm going to push this down, and I like the fraying. If you don't like the fraying, then you don't have to do that. Now you can put a bead or 2 up there as well if you like. I am going to put a couple of, I've got these little red beads here, and I'm going to, they're all coming out sticking to my finger. I am going to put one of those down here at the bottom, and then I'm going to bend this just so that it doesn't fall off. Okay, and so I have that. Now, in my mom's stash, I found this golden thread. This totally makes me think of what Rapunzel, when you see the threads, that's just what I think of her hair looking like. If I ever do a Rapunzel journal, I'll have to use this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this up at the top. And then I'm just going to wrap it around like this, and wrap it, and coming down and putting some of the gold highlight into this bead. And on the one I made the other day, I actually went ahead and I tied it. I didn't glue it, but I'm thinking that the glue is going to be just fine. So there I am up at the end, and so I've added some of the golden thread. Then we've been using this trim in this journal. So I'm going to also, now this one I will tie. So I'm just going to add some of this down and come back around and I'll tie it. Okay. So come around and tie it. And tie it a second time so it's actually knotted on there. Okay. And then just come up and again putting my, well, I think I need to add some more glue, but I'm just going to put my thread into the glue. Okay. And then put this into the glue as well. Okay. So there's what we have so far. Okay. There we go. Now, the next part, you could use like seed beads, and that's what we used on my mom's necklace, but I don't have any out right here, and they are in the part of the craft room that never got put back together yet. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to cut off another piece of wire. And I am using gold wire because my accents in this journal are gold. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab like 5 of these little beads. I think these were a bracelet that I had in one of my old jewelry stashes, but I'm not sure. I had put them in this jar with the beads that I got from the $1.49 store. Okay. So there's 4. And there's 5. I'm going to put a hook on the bottom just so that they don't fall off, because that's annoying. And then I'm going to come and I'm going to go around at the top. So just wrapping it around. And then I'm going to start wrapping the beads around my giant bead. Okay. And just letting one go off every so often. Till we get down to the bottom, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap the bottom of the wire around the bottom of my other wire. Okay. So this is what I have so far. I have a wrapped bead, and so now I'm going to cut the one that I was wrapping around. I'm going to cut it short and finish its wrap and push it up into the bead. Okay. Then next, I'm going to put a bead on the bottom. Actually, I was thinking about putting like a skirt. I thought about putting this on the top, like a bead cap, but it was just a little bit too big. But you could do that. You could do something like that. And you could add this down at the bottom of your bead, especially on project. Like, I've been using these little pieces so much in this journal. So there's that. Okay, so that could become part of the bottom of that bead. And then I'm going to go ahead and come through this here. So it looks like it's on purpose. And then I have these heart beads that I just picked up from my mom's house. I'm slowly getting the end of the craft room stuff. We're going through things because we're getting ready to, the mobile home park will be having a yard sale. And so we want to be able to utilize the yard sale to get to sell some of the things that are things that none of us are going to be able to use. So I need to finish going through. Okay, so this is my bead that I am making for this particular, there we go. Okay, so I also had made this one, and this one I stopped. I didn't do the beads around the outside. I stopped before I got to that part. Obviously, I didn't add the lace, but I did add the heart bead at the bottom. And it looks like I need to push this up to hold that steady and hold it on. So this is going to be my fancy charm. I am probably going to go ahead and attach it to my tassel because it is so large. And so let's get my fluffy tassel, and then I'm going to use a bulb pin, and we'll just attach that on to the fluffy tassel, and there you go. So of course we could add both of them. This one I think we'll use somewhere else in the journal. Okay, so there is my fluffy tassel with my fancy charm. That's what this is. This is a fancy charm. And so you are able to do your fancy charm however you like. You need at least one charm made for your February challenge journal. And here we have the necklace that I made for my mom. So this is one of the beads. You can see with the seed beads just wrapped around it. Here's the smaller one that has the wire wrapped around with the seed beads, kind of the same idea as what I did today. So there you go. And this necklace was another necklace that I took apart, and then I added the beads. I made sets of beads. So there's a set of beads there. There's that set of beads, a bead. There's a little locket. So that is where I well, like I said, when I was going through my mom's stuff and I found out, I went, oh, well, there's my fancy charm. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you are interested in joining us in the February Finish It Junk Journal Challenge, the description box is down below. I will be adding a couple of the February Finish It videos, and you'll find those right here. And you find me here every day with a crafty video. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.